Also, something to point out, may not apply to you guys because you guys may or may not have insurance here, but those that are uninsured on Medicaid or Medicare are eligible for a 2 free-week starter kit of nicotine gum or patches. So it may not apply to you guys, but you may know someone who's wanting to quit that is uninsured on Medicaid or Medicare, and that could be helpful for them to pass along. So this kind of outlines the experience. Either you're referred to the quit line, or you just pick up the phone and call. The first person you'll talk to is an intake specialist, and that person will kind of get your name, your age, your tobacco use habits, just some general information to kind of get you started. They'll get you set up with your quit coach, which would be the second person you talk to. They'll get some more information, schedule your quit date. It's personalized to your habits, to when you feel that you're going to be ready. They'll talk to you about different cessation aids and medication that may be helpful. If they think nicotine gum is going to be helpful for you, they can give you some information on that. If maybe you think patches might work better, you can ask them about patches. They're experts in all of the cessation resources, so they can help you set up a plan and get on a path that they think is going to be successful for you. Even though there are only 4 pre-arranged calls, the tobacco user has unlimited call-in privileges to the quit line. So even if it's not a day that you have the scheduled call set up, if you're working on quitting, you're having a rough day, you have questions along the way, you can give the quit line a call and talk to a quit coach at any time. It's 24 hours a day. You have a question about this option, or you're just having a rough time, lots of cravings, or something happens in your life that you're really needing those cigarettes. You can give the quit line a call and talk to a quit coach, and they can help you through that situation or time where cravings are an issue. And this is just some more information about how the quit line has been successful. It allows you to quit at your personal pace. They're going to work with you to set up a quit date and a plan that works for you. They're not going to say, you have to quit this date. They'll work with you, to create that personalized plan. They'll give you tips, tricks to conquer, those urges to smoke. It's obviously not an easy thing to do. Help you manage the stress without smoking. Give you medication advice, whether that's a prescription medication or if it's gum, patches, lozenges, whatever they think is going to work best for you. And their goal is to help you become a non-smoker. It's great if you can quit for 6 months, and if something happens and you start again, that's 6 months. It helps you know that it is possible for you. But their main goal is for you to become a non-smoker for life. And this will cover some of the additional services that are available. This is the Quit Now Indiana website, which has additional information about the resources that we're covering today, the quit line, quit coach, things like that. Web Coach is a web-based service that's available. It's connected to the quit line. If you do the phone counseling, this would be connected to it. It's more of an online chat option. You can chat online with a quit coach. That's helpful for some people, that may not be comfortable talking on the phone. You can log in anytime. There's some message boards on there as well. You can chat with other people that are trying to quit, kind of experiencing the same things, share maybe what's worked for you. They can share what's worked for them, and you guys can just kind of work together to hopefully be successful. And Text to Quit is another resource. It is a texting service through your phone. The texting, you have to be enrolled in the phone program in order to use the texting program. and some more information. Text to Quit sends up to 300 text messages, and whether that's medication reminders, tips to manage urges and cravings. There's some games on there. They may send you, you've been tobacco free for a week. They may send you, congratulations, it's been a week, or you've saved this much money by being tobacco free for a month. Just kind of encouraging tips, tricks, messages along the way. And I won't read these out loud, just some testimonials about how the Quit line has helped actual tobacco users. Give you guys a second to read a few of those. Is everybody good? And so, Kylie and I just want to thank you guys for your time and allowing us to share this information and these resources with you. I know Kylie brought some pamphlets if anyone's interested. Maybe you're not ready now, but you pick up that pamphlet a month from now and you may be ready to give the Quit line a call or look into some other resources that may be helpful.
I'll distribute them to everyone.
And our contact information is up there as well.
Now, question. Somebody that has been smoking and then they stop smoking, the damage that has already been done to their lungs, does that repair itself, or is that a permanent?
Some of it is permanent, some of it will get better. Like Kylie said, the sense of taste and smell, that will come back to an extent. It may not be 100%, but it will come back somewhat. The shortness of breath and lung issues, there's more than likely going to be some permanent damage, but over time, the shortness of breath will get better just as your lung function increases. The longer that you go without smoking, the better you're going to feel, the better your lungs are going to be. Your blood pressure and pulse actually improve just 20 minutes after your last cigarette. So it doesn't take long to even show just a few improvements once you have that last cigarette.
Did anybody have questions? Feel free, now's the time.
I've got one. Are there any secondhand smoke effects with vaping? Or is that?
With the vaping, since it's only been around for about 10 years, they're still figuring out, what exactly those long-term effects are, just because they haven't been around. The things that I've read most recently would say that the effects are more than likely not as bad as what would come from a traditional cigarette, but there's still, chemicals in that liquid that when it's exhaled as secondhand smoke, that there more than likely is some level of harm with that secondhand smoke. It just may not be quite as bad as, a traditional cigarette.
With vaping, have there been any reports about the mouth sores and whatnot?
I haven't seen much about mouth sores per se. I know that the liquid is delivered into your body as an aerosol once it's heated up, and you inhale it through the e-cigarette, and those particles are super duper tiny, which allows them to go even deeper into your lungs. So I would say, and also the nicotine content affects your heart. That's similar to a traditional cigarette. So I would say probably more lung damage and effects on the heart rather than the mouth sores. And then also with the e-cigarettes, you've probably seen it on the news, there's the risk of them exploding you know, they're in someone's pocket, it's sitting over here charging, or even someone that has it up to their mouth, and all of a sudden it, you know, your face is on fire or your pocket's on fire. So that's another risk associated with the e-cigarettes.
Because I know cigarette smokers are also subject to the mouth sores, not only just the tubes. My nephew had one on his tongue that had to be surgically removed. Thank goodness he didn't lose any part of his tongue.
Yeah, you probably hear more of the mouth sores with the chewing tobacco, but it's also possible with, you know, cigarettes as well.
So the various programs that you can use to help you quit, so it's kind of like try and try again. And if you don't succeed at first, you can just continue along.
Yeah, if you know, you do, it takes most people aren't successful on their first try. That's just the reality of it, because it's so addictive, it's so hard to quit. It takes some smokers, you know, 7 or 8 tries. I have a family member who quit successfully for 8 months. Something happened and she picked it up again. You know, it's not an easy thing, but if you call the quit line, you start the program, something happens, you start again. You know, when you're ready again, give them a call again, and they may have another option or resource that may work better for you that second or third time around, if that's what it takes.
It always seems like it's harder to quit after you've already tried a couple times. So like, I tried a couple years ago to quit, and I was good for 4 months. I didn't smoke, and then I started again, and now I haven't been able to even get my mind where I can quit again. If that makes any sense.
Yeah, sometimes, you know,
it makes it harder after you have like even a small successful attempt. Then you start again. It makes it harder to quit again, I think. Yeah,
and some people, you know, they'll try to quit. It may be 5 years before they're ready to quit again, and if that's how it works, then that's how it works.
I will say that the quit line, it started in 2006, and it's helped over 100,000